Reese, I'm having a staring contest with the GoPro.
Are you failing?
Not yet.
So, Eli, what makes you qualified for this job?
My ability to outstare a GoPro, obviously.
Clearly.
So yeah, I've got... Oh, fucked up. So, welcome back to Loud and Pretty Average Gaming, where we bring the average. A few weeks ago, we delivered a video about the unboxing of the ROG Strix GL702ZC. We did say we'd bring you a review of the ROG. Now, unfortunately at this point in time, we are unable to do that. I will get to that in a moment. So the plan was to compare the ROG, a gaming laptop, cross with a mobile workstation, cross with a desktop replacement laptop. When thinking about these three things, you think, what is it more like? And what is either side of it? And how does it compare to these things? So we decided to compare it to a HP Omen, which has an i7-7700 HQ and a GTX 1050 Ti and 12 gig of DDR4 memory for the lower to mid-range gaming laptop side of things. And on the other end of the spectrum, we have Reese's Beasters, which has a GTX 980. Got that one right. Hey. And an i7 5820. I can't read my own writing. Sorry, viewers. 5830. We should probably get this right. Reese's desktop, a GTX 980 and an i7 5820K with 16 gigabyte of DDR4 memory. So on this end of the spectrum, you have a hexa-core i7 processor, which is clocked at 3.6 gigahertz, and you have a not too long ago top of the range NVIDIA graphics card. And on the other end, you have a mobile but far more recent i7-7700 in the Omen and the GTX 1050 Ti, which is the newer generation. So we decided that we wanted to look at the Omen and Reese Beast. Omen and Reese Beast. And in the middle, compare it against the ROG Strix. The problems we ran into, let's get back to that. So I was doing some benchmarking, some stress testing, and I stumbled across what I believe to be a hardware issue. I'm not quite sure because I'm still recovering my hearing. So what happened was the ROG managed to get its two extraordinarily loud fans stuck on maximum frequency. Now, I'm not sure as to why they were sitting on 6,600 RPM constantly in the BIOS from the moment I turn it on to the moment I turn it off. So anyway, once this happened, I updated the BIOS, didn't change the problem. I looked online, no one had that problem. It is a very recent mobile workstation. In the end, I did contact Asus. Now, Asus informed me that I did not buy the laptop from Australia, but I did make sure that it had an international warranty, which I did tell you viewers to make sure, if you did buy one from America, that it did have an international warranty for this exact reason. So they did agree to fix the laptop. I have dropped it off. So anyway, that's the problem with the ROG. Now, at one stage, we do want to compare a few benchmarks. We're using 3D Mark, we're using PC Mark, a few game benchmarks, whether it be in-game or an actual benchmarking system. We're also going to make sure we do a component or a segment on using Xbox's games on PC. We have Gears of War 4, which we have done a few benchmarks on. But in the meantime, we will have to wait for the ROG to stop sounding like a Harrier taking off. So the new plan is I will have to wait for 5 working days. We'll then hear about whether I will get the ROG fixed. What's that? What? It was a hardware issue. What? New motherboard and new keyboard. Okay. Thank you. So back within a week. Excellent. Thank you very much. As you just heard, the ROG will be back within a week. It was a hardware issue. The motherboard was having some sort of malfunction, which means the RX 580 will also be replaced as it is soldered into the board. The keyboard for some reason also needed to be replaced. I have no idea why, but new keyboard. How's that? So now you know. New motherboard, new keyboard. 3-week-old laptop. At least it's under warranty. Back to you, old Eli. If there's anything else that anyone would like us to test on the ROG or compare against the ROG, please let us know in the comments section. And besides for that, hope you enjoyed this video. As always, loud and pretty average gaming. We bring the average.